Hey friends! As promised in the last lesson, today I will teach you how to deal with the possible changes you have to make to the theme's homepage. As I explained earlier, the downside of using WooCommerce's shortcodes to show the list of products on the homepage has to do with the layout. Basically, what controls the look of each item displayed on the homepage with the help of shortcodes are the WooCommerce base template files which you have been working with at the beginning of the course. To be more specific, the file behind the presentation of each product shown in the list is this one, the content product.php file. But we cannot make changes to the presentation of this file globally, because that will make the product item look different everywhere. Its layout would change here on the home page and also here on the shop main page. By the way, as you remember, we've already modified this file using action hooks. Let's open up the wc modifications.php file where we got all the modifications. You certainly remember this modification here we've made at this point. This code snippet was originally placed outside of this conditional tag and it was affecting the theme globally. Let's place it again where it was before so that I can bring you a very interesting WooCommerce tip. Now if we look at the home page again, we got the product short description under each product title on all pages. And then I asked this question: what if I want the product description not to be displayed on the home page anymore, only here on the main shop page? I think the product description makes sense here, but not here on the home page. Can we imagine what will happen when I have a very large product description here, each text with a different number of lines? The layout will look horrible. So I think there's two ways to handle this situation. The first one is by using CSS. So if we inspect the source code of this page, we will see that there are several class names in the body tag. All this is happening because of the body class function, which has been added to the body tag of the theme at the beginning of the course. And now these classes can come in handy. As each page created by WordPress generates these classes based on the template, we got different classes for the home page and for the store page. Here on the home page, we got the home class, while here on the shop page, we got the archive class. Look at what we can do then. We can create a rule that applies only to this element within the page that has the home class. Unfortunately, this element here is just a paragraph with no classes applied to it. But we can use this other preceding class to target this paragraph with CSS. All we have to do is use the CSS tree selector called adjacent sibling, which is a plus sign, like this. And we set the display property to none. This will target all the paragraphs that are adjacent siblings, that come right after an element that has this class here. Now, as you can see, the description is gone. The second way to modify this behavior is to undo the changes we made in today's lesson, bringing this code snippet back to this conditional tag called isShop. Let's clear this CSS here. Okay. Now we got the description again. Now let's just undo the changes we've made earlier. Everything inside this block is only valid on the shop page, so it's not valid on the theme's homepage. Let's see if it works. Here on the home page, the description has disappeared. And here in the shop page, it's still showing up. That means it worked well. Perfect. And we did it with very little effort. That's the way I like it. The good thing about it is that the paragraph is really removed from the page. That is, we ended up with less code to load on the page. If we use CSS, the paragraph is maintained in the HTML. It's only hidden by CSS, okay? So, did you like it? I hope so. Because in the next class, we'll come back and I'll teach you how to let the user have more control over some variables from the product list here on the homepage. So, until then.